So here we are again. What up, guys? So I guess I kind of want to just make a video about the step parenting. I don't want to call it advice, but experience that um I don't know exactly how to put it, but it's something like an update on my step parenting adventure. I guess is the best way to put it. So today, my son, 16 years old, he had an issue with his teacher. That the teacher's kind of rude. Like, even when texting me, like, I can understand how somebody would take it as he's kind of being a jerk, whatever. I would say some other words, but I'm trying to keep it PG so I don't have to edit this. But he had a problem with the teacher, right? And I knew that if this problem didn't get resolved in the right way, that I would have to talk with the teacher and have a meeting with the principal, just because I don't like contacting teachers alone anymore, because it's kind of I feel like I might say the wrong thing or it be taken the wrong way, something like that. So I'd rather just set up meetings with the principal and the teacher and then get to the bottom of the issue, right? But one thing I told my son was that he needed to stay respectful, right? Like, no matter how much the teacher pisses you off, because I know, like, he's a teenager, right? He's going to have an attitude sometimes. He's going to be not in the best mood all the time, right? So I had to explain to him, like, it's a big part of life to do nothing but be respectful. Like, for me, my experience with police officers and stuff like that, I just feel like I don't like most of them. Like, I don't necessarily hate all of them, but I feel like most of them are not great cops, because one reason is you have good cops, but you have bad cops, and the reason the good cops are bad are because they support the bad cops, no, almost indefinitely, no matter what they do. Like, it's insane to me. Anyways, that's a different tangent. But I told him, even though I don't like most cops, I'm still always respectful to them, because I don't want a finger to be able to be pointed back at me that I did something wrong in that encounter. So I told him to make sure and be respectful, and to make sure that nothing can come back to him whenever I do my job as a parent of defending my child, because he has only lied to me once since I've been his stepdad, and, well, as far as I know, I guess, but anything that mattered, whenever he was in trouble or something like that, he doesn't lie, which is awesome. But I also just, I don't know, like, whenever you really sit down and try to explain to a kid why things are, or to explain to them why you behave certain ways in certain situations, like, you have to make sure that they grasp a concept, because, like, okay, the funny thing was, he was like, I know, it's just hard for me to keep my cool with him whenever he talks to me like that. And I was like, yeah, I know. You're probably like me. You have a problem with authority. And he was like, yeah, I think you're right. I thought that was funny. But I just told him to make sure and stay respectful. That way, whenever it comes to me doing my job as the parent to defend him whenever someone has actually wronged him in an unfair way, then it makes my job easier, right? And I don't know why, but that seemed to resonate more than me just being like, no, you just got to be respectful because that's just the right thing to do. Like, break it down to their level. And sometimes that's hard. Like, my stepdaughter, it's a lot harder to do that because she doesn't have a whole lot of life experience at 12 to be able to comprehend everything that I say. And so I have to remember that sometimes. And also, she's a female, which is even harder to connect on. But I don't know. If anyone has like advice or anything like that, I'm open to any suggestions, especially whenever it comes to a teenage daughter. I mean, it's just not easy, but I love it because I want to be able to raise two kids that are going to be productive members of society that can have a happy life and that had a better childhood than I did. And I mean, I didn't have the absolute worst childhood, but definitely wasn't the best. And I try to make the best of everything I can right now. And that's all you can really do, man. If you are feeling down about your parenting or anything like that, just always remember, strive to do better every day. And just remember, communication and understanding are like the top priorities you should have as a parent, because if you can't communicate right, then it's all for naught, in my opinion. Because the better you can communicate to your child what you're saying and why it is what you're saying, like, I know I worded that weird, but it just is what it is. So yeah, that's just my update for my step parenting journey, and I'll keep you all updated. And if I feel like I have any advice, which, I mean, look, whenever it comes to parenting, it's a trial and error thing. Like, there's no one fits all solution for every kid. Every kid is different. You have to make sure and try to maintain your composure, because it's very hard. I mean, especially whenever you are if you had a bad day at work, stuff like that. But it's just important to try and remember that, because it's not easy. But I hope everyone's having a great day. And that's about it. Jalapeno out.